city that knows the proper way to smash a guitar, yeah, it is this city of rock and roll. Man, in the footsteps of Hendrix, Cobain, and so many others. Another one has been shattered to pieces before kickoff here at Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland. Today, two teams hailing from the AFC between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. On the Ravens sideline, look at their head coach. He signed staying on the road to begin the year. They got that win last week, hoping to do the same now. Along the opposite sideline, that's the head coach of the Browns. His side not as fortunate in their opener, hoping the home crowd can will them to the victory here. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Lamar now from the gun. Right side and into the hands of Bateman. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
So first down from the 41.
Hey! What?
Here's Lamar. Finds him over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on second down. Throwing with King Henry here. And that's not what the offense styled up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Now Jackson on third down. That's caught for the first. Finds a seam, left side, is off to the races. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olson would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting.
First down, here's Lamar. He beams one, deep right side. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Grant Delpit in to pick it off. And the Browns are going to... So first and 10 now from the 30. Shaking off the pick quickly, he's going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's halted after about a 6-yard pickup. Stop made at the 36. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They start out with a 2nd and 3. They give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
1st and 10 from the 43. Here's a give for Henry. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
All set now, 1st and 10. Flying down the middle with Henry. And that is exactly what they were after, Brock. A good 8-yard run there on 1st down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Design bootleg here. Flushed out of the pocket. He's running with it. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you've got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure. Occasionally make plays just like that.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Pressure coming, it's Jackson. Has it in close. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 2nd quarter lead. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
The drive begins with Henry. And he gets this one out to the 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
1st and 10. Here's Jackson. He rolls to his right. Now he takes it. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. This one's to Andrews out right. Now 1st down only gets about a yard here, and the defender there to force him out.
That's what they call staring down the gun barrel. You know as a quarterback, you're about to get absolutely blasted. You've got to deliver an accurate throw just like that.
Now Jackson. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. third and long. Chased out to his right. Making the call himself. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. On 4th down and 5, the offense staying out there. They're going to try to throw for it. Short pass brought in. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. It's an 8-yard gain. A great call there on 4th down. Keeps this drive moving. First down now, ball at the 33. Here's Jackson to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's going to be a Baltimore first. Working inside the red zone. Rolling left, buying some time. Now here he goes. He's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Forced out to his right. He calls his own number again. And he's got him a nice goal to go here as he goes out at the 8-yard line.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. Only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
Jackson to throw it. Catch made. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. So we're all knotted up here at the half, Bronc, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our halftime report. Scott?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Week 1 was full of surprises, full of intrigue, and a lot of firsts for the young players. What will Week 2 bring? Let's dive in. Our trip around the NFL starts now. In the Big Easy, the Saints at home to take on the Commanders. And this is the Saints quarterback. He connects. It's a 16-yard touchdown. The Saints even up their record at 1-1 as they get the win here. Meanwhile, let's check in on the Dolphins as they host the Indianapolis Colts. And this is Alec Pierce. He's going to bring this one in, and away he goes. 75 yards this one goes. The catch and run for the score. Lastly, let's go to MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants taking on the Atlanta Falcons. And it's Tyrone Tracy. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. This one is at halftime, and it's the Giants trying to bounce back from a Week 1 loss. They lead at the half. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, we expected a tight one, and we got it, all even at the break. As we get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Gets it here to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. It's taken in by LeJohntay Wester. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. He has the first over the middle. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
First down throw for Jackson. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
This is Henry on 2nd. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Buys time, rolling right. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And that's a gain of 5, enough to put him in a spot where they might actually consider going for this now.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you can take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
Looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's going to run for it. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. Look at that. No worry at all from their sideline, Brock. A 13-yard pickup on 4th down. That was impressive. They'll come up on 1st and 10. Now a run with Henry. And he'll gain about 7 on this one as he gets him down into the red zone.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful run.
Changing it up here, Jackson. He's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens grab the lead on their first series of the half. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
On 1st down, Jackson. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, one pick becomes two becomes three, and on and on.
Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Third and long for him here. On the move, headed right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face 4th down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense, because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up 4th down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline. And now their offense gets a chance in a one-score game.
And he'll haul in this punt. Fair catch made at the 45-yard line. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urge. Back to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
He'll look to throw it. Andrews snags another one. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10.
No. It's not.
Running this with Henry. And he'll ball his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Running once more with Henry. And 2 yards all he can get. It's 3rd down. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Hey, Alpha, sit up. Hey! Shot. Sit up.
The design run. Jackson keeping it. And he breaks the tie. That should win him this game. Brock, touchdown. Ravens will fly home with the win. And this game, wow, it came down to the final moments, where it was their clutch score that proved the difference and set up this victory. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners, as with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.